There is nothing in this world creepier than when you feel something gritty in your mouth while you're eating pudding. Hello, and welcome to the only New Hampshire-based show that doesn't give a fuck about maple syrup. Here on the PeterPod Network!
To people who don't know who I am, the show at my special. That's bullshit. Part of me really believes that. The other part is I just like pissing off people with kids, you know?
I'll tell you what. If you've seen him before, you're going to want to see him again.
Sending this fashion statement says I'm having a good fucking time!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the PeterPod Network, episode 23. That's right, goddamn, episode 23. Here from the four-wall studio in the lovely Manchester, New Hampshire, I am PeterPod. And over here we do have the beautifully big-breasted Gretchen.
Hello.
That's right, she's stepping in for this episode, folks. She doesn't talk a lot, but she is here for moral support. All right, make sure to follow us on all the major socials. That's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. What are the new ones? Now we got Amazon. We're rocking out on Samsung as well as Spotify and a few others. So check us out wherever you can. Turns out we're having a lot of fun on the new platforms, and hopefully you can join us. All right, so make sure if you got anything to tell us, whether you like something, you don't like something, you just want to kind of be a bitch, feel free to...
I want to hear cool stories.
You will.
Send in the cool stories.
All right, so if you got any cool stories as well, Gretchen is requesting them. Send them to thepeterpodnetwork@gmail.com. Remember to include the THE, or again, you're going to hit that girl in Concord. Not that fun. All right, and our archives exist. That's right, folks. We have a collection of everything we have done, the full episodes, the songs, the bits you didn't even hear on the show. Go ahead to PeterPod.com. Oh, sorry, PeterPodNetwork.com and check out everything we got. So this show is going to be a little bit different this week, folks. I say it all the time, and I fucking mean it. The shit we come across while we're doing some research would blow your fucking mind. We do some interviews and get some stories about New Hampshire that we didn't even ask for, because generally when we do the news, we like to bring you something that's from that week, or at least damn close to, and sometimes you end up getting these whacked out stories from years past that, well, I think it's about time that we decide to share. And then after that, with the retro news program, we are going to end up bringing you some tales from the internet, because as you can imagine, when we're going through web pages and profiles and everything else, we run across the most fucked up shit, and we decided it's time to share that as well. And frankly, I'd love for you to hear Gretchen's reaction, because this girl is probably gonna fucking puke. So before we get the show started this week, I do want to make a mention. I had to fill up the car today, and I gotta say, on the way into the studio, I did notice gas is fucking dropped. When the hell did this happen? And thank God for that one. Now somebody please take care of the food, the fucking energy, and everything else, especially the goddamn rent. Why are apartments now costing $2,000 even if you got a roommate? This is getting fucking ridiculous, folks. I feel like a cardboard box is the smart choice to make nowadays. So other than contemplating homelessness, folks, another thing that has stood out to me is that today is August 22nd, and this year is flying by. My God, Superman with herpes on his way to the doctors couldn't move as fast as this year is going. Now, I don't know about you, but the PeterPod Network does dedicate itself to trying to do as much shit as humanly possible in order to find you the interviews, the content, and really just letting you know what's going on around New Hampshire. And, well, I know a lot of you love Halloween. I know a lot of you want to get into your sexy kitty costumes that you've worn the last fucking 10 years because you can't accept the fact that you're approaching 30. But can we hold off from advertising and filling up aisles? I mean, fucking multiple aisles at the supermarket. I think I was at Big-A-Lots for all places. We were down there and they had at least 3 aisles and a whole fucking corner section filled up with Halloween shit. And I gotta ask you folks, can we hold off on that shit in late August when the holidays doesn't show up until late October? I figure I got at least a month and a half before I gotta worry about buying a fake skeleton that sings Monster Mash. So for all of us here at the PeterPod Network, that's myself, that's Gretchen, that's Will in the back, I just want to say, as much as we love seeing the sexy dead nurse costume, how about you stop shoving that shit down all of our throats so we can enjoy it more like a holiday and less like a gang rape? Alright, with that said, you know how we start this show off the same way we have for the last, 5 or 6 episodes now? Who wants a rant? Well, it's coming up right after this. Master be working me all day, cleaning the house or something. tells me I'm grounded and gives chores to me. So I decided to give her herpes. Went to the east side on the corner of Spruce. $20 and she spit in a tube. The master's toothbrush and gave it a dip. Not too bad for a 12-year-old kid. Pushing a vacuum or raking the yard. I may be working, but she's got the scars. The next time she tells me to pull out the weeds, I can smile knowing I gave her herpes. Master be working me all day, cleaning the house or something. Tells me I'm grounded and gives chores to me. So I decided to give her herpes. Master be working me all day, cleaning the house or something. Tells me I'm grounded and gives chores to me. So I decided to give her herpes. Went to the east side on the corner of Spruce. $20 and she spit in a tube. Got the master's toothbrush and gave it a dip. Not too bad for a 12-year-old kid. What are the words to the song? I don't know, but I'll carry on. Because I've got something to say. And here comes the rant of the week. Okay, so what are we ranting about this week, you may be asking? Well, for the rant in PeterPod episode 23, here's one from left field that I bet no one will see coming. Some people who know me know I can't have kids. Never could. So sad. And of course, I celebrate that shit like Caligula on vacation, but the fact does remain that there will be no little PeterPods running around a big tree in my family room anytime soon at any Christmas I could think of. Yeah, I could adopt, but who really wants something that costly and, honestly, let's be real, overhyped. Adoption is a lot like Russian roulette, except only one of those fucking chambers of that emotionally scarred and possibly psychotic gun doesn't have a bullet. But what I was getting at is that there are people in this world who can't have kids. And it's never really been a big thing. Well, I was sitting down with the beautifully big-breasted Gretchen, and we somehow got into the discussion of vacations, and suddenly she tells me,
I'm going to use my tax return to go on vacation this year. Somewhere tropical.
and that's when I had a few questions. Like, how much fucking money do you get in taxes if you have a goddamn kid? Those of you listening to this podcast right now, do you know how much people with kids get in tax returns every year? Last year, apparently, you got around $4,000 per kid up to a point. I fucking hope that shit had a cutoff. No fucking wonder there are so many families that have enough kids to, well, make Jeffrey Epstein's clients not kill themselves too. Anyways, why the hell are people getting thousands of dollars just because they got too drunk after prom and couldn't say no? You get rewarded because you didn't use protection? Jesus spread out on a fucking donkey. And right about there, something occurred to me. This could be argued that the government or IRS or whatever passes for the head monkey in charge of these things, well, it could be argued that they are persecuting those out there who can't have kids because of a medical condition, physical disability. Basically, they're punishing those who have an inability to procreate. So I ask, where's my fucking tax break in the land of leftist whatever you call it that lets you get rewarded because of whatever the fuck you want to claim? I want $4,000 too, motherfuckers. I knew sperm banks paid you for your swimmers, but I didn't know the government gave you enough to buy a new car if you make 3 of them that eventually turn into little drains on society. Fuck! I'm a little heated over this. And frankly, that's how you know you shouldn't do something. Because the government is paying you to do it. Like one of those people who get paid to take experimental drugs. They ain't gonna pay you if it was awesome. I mean, seriously, 4 fucking K per kid? I'm gonna start a fucking basketball team with somebody who's already got kids, and shit, we'll be able to fund it ourselves with the goddamn tax break. That's fucking ridiculous. 4 fucking grand. I got a feeling this is just another fucking plan by parents to get back at people who were smart enough not to get their dicks wet in the wrong hole. 4 fucking grand. God damn it. What the fuck is next? What can you hear about this fucked up town? Only on the news. Hear it on the news. Did some crackhead run out into traffic? Find out on the news. Crack is a hell of a drug. Heard it on the news. Where's my beat? Yeah. Little Dean came in, find an alien, find out on the news. Is E.T. coming for me? Is your mother really your brother? Find out on the news. Mom, you got a lot of explaining to do. Was your principal really a heroin dealer? Find out on the news. Did he sell smack? Loves that smack. Oh, yes, he does. Once sold himself for smack. Hear about it all on the news. This is PeterPod, episode number 23, The News. All right, folks, this week the PeterPod network is going to go in a little different direction this time. Normally, we would give you this week, or at least close to this week's, latest interesting or shocking news/opinion stories, but this week we thought after a good conversation with someone who really knows his New Hampshire history, and thank you again, Wayne, lived a little bit of it, again, thank you again, Wayne, we wanted to bring you a couple stories from the past that we found absolutely fucking fascinating. First little tidbit that should make all New Hampshireites, New Hampshireans, what the fuck do we call ourselves? Anyways, those of us from New Hampshire, I think we can be proud of this little story.
In 2012, an Epping, New Hampshire woman was arrested 4 times in the span of 26 hours for blasting AC/DC music. And something about a frying pan.
Sad thing about that story, folks, is I think I dated that girl. But that's not all. Did you know this?
New Hampshire was originally named North Virginia. I can kind of see that.
And for you Simpsons fans, did you know there's a Carl Carlson that lives in upstate New Hampshire? And apparently he's a fucking doctor.
A New Hampshire man once caught the attention of local police by knocking on the windows at Hollis Primary School while dressed as Santa and waving to the students. The man claimed he was just trying to spread some good old-fashioned holiday cheer.
I'm sure he was, deep inside little Billy Turner, I bet.
New Hampshire is home to the first ever widely publicized case of alien abduction. In 1961, Portsmouth natives Betty and Barney Hill, it wasn't Barney Hill a show, reported being abducted by extraterrestrials and taken into a UFO. Since July of 2011, there's been a historical state marker at the alleged abduction site.
And doesn't that say a fuckload about us here in New Hampshire? But not as much as this.
The potato is New Hampshire's state vegetable.
And just for fun, we figured we'd include this little nugget. Or chicken nugget.
The Woodman Museum in Dover is a history, science, and art museum, displaying everything from Abe Lincoln's saddle to samurai armor. Maybe the most popular attraction at the museum, however, is a four-legged chicken.
I mean, seriously, how many podcasts are going to give you that kind of information? You're welcome. But those of us in New Hampshire are often looked down on as, hicks. Maybe not too smart. But we did figure this out.
A 2009 study conducted by UNH, researchers found a negative correlation between childhood spanking and the IQ.
That's right, America. It took the fucking drunken rednecks up in the northern part of New England called New Hampshire to tell you that when you hit things, they get dumber. And for those of you who didn't know, apparently Claremont, New Hampshire is afraid of, well, it's kind of hard to say this, but they're afraid of 10-year-olds apparently.
In Claremont cemeteries, it's illegal to get drunk, enter at night, or enter by oneself if you are under 10 years old.
And apparently as big as a problem as 10-year-olds are to Claremont, New Hampshire, apparently Danville, New Hampshire has its own issues going on.
Rumblings of a devil monkey in the tiny town of Danville, New Hampshire, began in the fall of 2001. Strange howling sounds pierced the night, unlike that made by any local wildlife. The Danville fire chief reported seeing a reddish-brown coated primate with razor claws and a dog-like muzzle running the streets of Danville in the pre-dawn hours of a September night.
Once again, I gotta say, I think I dated that girl. And speaking of which, I just want to also add in, just because we love pissing off a certain person, New Hampshire is also the home of a certain little horror award winner who also used an ex-boyfriend to cheat on her current boyfriend while married to a third man the entire time, and also hiding a child from a fourth man as well. That's right, folks. We are talking about 2021 North American Horror Award winner Melissa Cody, a.k.a. Mini Writer for you OnlyFan freaks out there. Enjoy that shit, giving her $4 while she shoves something up her ass. All right, folks, so hopefully you liked our little retro throwback here for the news. We will bring you some more current shit next week, but until then, have a great night. This has been The News.
Da 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 da. Let's do. Da 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 da.
Let's do!
Da 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 da. Let's do. Da 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 da. Oh shit! What are we doing again? Fuck.
That's right, folks. Welcome to another edition of Let's Do on the PeterPod Network, episode 23. So as I said earlier, we're going to kind of go over some of the shit we come across on the PeterPod Network when we're doing our research. We come across some of the most fucked up shit. I'm telling you, folks, therapy may be needed when I'm done with this whole thing, when it's all said and done. Jesus Christ. All right, so I got the beautifully big-breasted Gretchen here. Say hey, Gretchen.
Hi!
That's right, because I wanted some real-world fucking reactions to this shit. I can't imagine what she's going to say and what the rest of you are going to think once I tell you some of the stuff we come across on web pages, just web searches, profiles. God knows what we have to take a look at in order to get you the stories that we feel you need to hear. So I really don't feel the need to have to explain where a lot of this shit came from. Like I said, we went through a lot of fucking things in order to find out the stories that you might want to hear. So I'm just going to read them off. I hope you guys enjoy. Here goes. If a service dog approaches you and he is alone, it means that the owner can't move and is in trouble. Follow that dog and you'll get a free wallet.
Oh my god.
That's right, folks.
That's horrible.
We encourage that shit here. All right, so what did I find next here? Oh shit, here's one. Boy dies after masturbating 42 times in one night. That's right.
You can die? You can die from that?
Apparently, a 16-year-old boy in Brazil was pronounced dead after masturbating 42 times without stopping in Rubiato town in Goiás region, Brazil. His mother told a local newspaper that she had already knew about her son's addiction, and although she planned on him to get special help, her decision came a little too late. At midnight, the young man began to masturbate and, because of his addiction, could not stop, continuing to do it 42 additional times. At school, His classmates commented on the boy's problem, and some said he asked them to connect to the webcam so they could observe him. They further said that his attraction to women was extreme. He was attracted to all kinds of women, regardless of, how's it put it? Texture, physics, color, or age.
Physics. Okay.
Wait, texture? What the fucking texture?
In all honesty, that's kind of impressive.
Well,
Dude had stamina.
I guess so. And apparently in his room, a great amount of pornography was found, including photographs and videos of nude women that were saved on his PC.
Of course they were.
Right? He's 16 years old. How do you put that too much farther past him? And I can't tell you what story we were going on where I came across this one, but, well, I'll just read it for you. So this person commented on God knows what. I am autistic. Severe food aversions, sensory issues, insomnia, and social issues. Which, it's autistic. We kind of get that one.
Okay.
Bipolar type 1, mostly manic with psychosis. Now we're getting a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Severe OCD, manifesting as dermatillomania, excessive skin picking resulting in head-to-toe dark scarring and severe serious infections, much like flesh-eating bacteria.
Holy shit.
Right? Borderline PD. I'm not sure what PD is. I'm not even going to fucking look that one up.
Personality disorder. Borderline
Awesome.
personality.
That's awesome. Multiple sclerosis, vision issues, chronic fatigue, mobile issues, migraine, etc. Plus issues from high-dose steroids to treat flares. Hep C. Rarest form of herpes, oral and facial lesions. Reduced cartilage in my knees, and more. I'm sure I forgot something. Plus, I am non-binary, pansexual, polyamorous, which comes with its own stigma and traumas.
I'd be a lot less worried about, the polyamory and that shit. He literally has everything in, the medical dictionary.
Right? I'm thinking this dude walks around...
How do you even live?
Yep.
I wouldn't want to live every day. Fuck that shit.
Right?
I'm not doing that.
Talk about spending your life wrapped up in bubble tape.
Gross.
And while that one seemed a little bit out of, like I like to say, left field. You ready for this one?
Sure. Let's hear it.
All right, so this one I came across. It looks like it's a conversation between two people. I was checking out someone's website just to make sure they were actually a real person. You might remember the father of the aforementioned horror award winner, her child. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so this conversation goes, LOL. I bet all of you fat ass nerds have never gone to the gym. I could walk into your house, slap your ass, sit on your couch, and what would you do about it? That's right, absolutely nothing. So what did one user reply to that? Guy, you may be gym fit, but I have the retard strength of 10 men and will go full chimpanzee on your face. You come into my house, slap my ass, sit on my fucking couch? I will freak on you in a way that will mentally and physically scar you for life. And 10 seconds later, I'll go back to eating my bag of cheesy puffs. Like nothing happened while you slowly die in a pool of your own excrement.
Wow.
Oh, that's internet trolls. I'm telling you, the shit we come across.
You got told.
Oh, there were so many just like this. And frankly, I went with this one because, full freak retard strength. That just,
what kind of conversation was this? Who talks like that?
honestly, if I were to get into more detail about how I came across this one, we could possibly get sued. All right, and this one, I've been dying to get to. My God. All right, you want the title?
Let's hear it.
Okay. You asked.
Okay.
My wife and I confronted our kids about their affair.
That's little flowers in the attic, but continue.
All right, you asked for it. I posted over a week ago about how I know my son and daughter are sleeping with each other, And today, I would like to give an update to the situation.
Oh, Jesus.
I first had a long discussion with my wife about what to do. We both knew for a while and had decided to let it continue after we had not talked about it in months. After some discussion, we realized that we both find it arousing that our kids are together, but we were both too embarrassed to admit it to each other. Yeah, no shit. Oh, I hear you. But we were both too embarrassed. Okay, so that was pretty awkward. We decided that we would tell them we know and that we would be 100% supportive of their relationship.
Oh, my God.
The talk was not as hard as I expected. We laid out before we admitted we knew that they were not in trouble and that they could continue, and we were supportive of them.
Oh,
they looked so red, it was as if we had caught them in the act. But after they calmed down, we had a long and serious talk. In the end, we learned that they are using every birth control method imaginable on their own, and I cannot explain how proud of them I am for that.
Oh, yes.
And that they haven't been with anyone else except each other. We agreed to let them move into the same room and that they can be open about their relationship. The dynamic of our house and its life has changed a lot over the last few days, and I am curious to see how it will continue to evolve as they move through junior high.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's those last two words
What
that really set
the
you
hell
apart.
were you
huh?
researching that you came across that story?
I honestly don't remember.
I probably don't even want to know. I don't want to know. I'm going to be the one that has to delete your history at some point, and
I'm cherry picking through a lot of the stuff that I saved, so I honestly couldn't tell you where that one came from.
that is so disturbing. It sounds like a Pornhub video.
Oh, God, honey, that goes a lot farther than Pornhub. And here's one that I came across. Well, frankly, I don't remember exactly how I came across this one, but I'm sure it's going to touch the lives of all women who are listening.
Oh, boy.
This one's entitled, My Story How Vabbing Changed My Life. Have you heard about vabbing?
Oh, yes. I know what that is. It's so gross.
3 months ago, I was single. No relationship, no partner. It was just me and my 2 dogs. 2 months ago, I started vabbing. Occasionally, I would dig into my panties and rub my vagina till juices came out, and then I would occasionally rub those juices around my neck, as well as the wrist of my hand and elsewhere on my body. I did this approximately 3 to 6 times every day, specifically when I left the house. Out of the blue, it was like a man magnet. It was like watching dogs chase after a ball or a bone. I once had a dude tell me I smelled like tuna fish. Even though he left, I know for a fact I definitely impacted his day, and he was too shy to ask for my number. That was the reason, I'm sure. And last but not least tonight, folks, and I do want to say, I feel like I got 1,000 of these fucking things, so we'll probably have a part 2 of this at some point, because god damn you people nasty. But last but not least, we have looks like a notice from the Troy Pool in Lincoln County. So, local couple arrested. Troy, Missouri. The Troy swimming pool was evacuated and closed abruptly midday today after an intoxicated couple fouled the water. How'd they foul the water, you ask? Briley and Dustin Pounds are each being held on $2,500 bond at LCPD detainment facility, according to Sergeant Dick Decent. Oh, that's awesome. The pool was packed when the 2 stripped naked and entered. He yelled, "Cleveland Steamer!" and she just reclined on the steps like they do this frequently, said Decent. Then he sits in her chest while everyone is scrambling out of the pool, and he starts crapping. Damnedest thing I've ever seen this week. A Parks Department official said he does not know when the pool will reopen. Reportedly, 3 employees quit when instructed to begin cleanup.
Ew. What the fuck?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been this episode's edition. That's right, episode 23 of the PeterPod Network's edition of Let's Do. All right, everybody, this is it for the PeterPod Network, episode 23. So for PeterPod and Gretchen,
Bye.
that's right, and Will in the back. You all have a great night. Remember to follow us on all the major socials, Facebook, TikTok, Amazon. Oh, God, what else is there? Spotify and all that other shit. I don't know. Sometimes the list gets a little too long. But you have a great night. Make sure to check out the archives as well, peterpodnetwork.com. That's it for us. Bye now.